Alright, so we debugged our user form for the errors that we had. Now, I want to take another look at why our messages up here aren't being formatted correctly. So I have an idea, and it might sound strange, but for some reason I don't think those classes are set in Bootstrap. So what I want to do is I'm just going to go ahead and click on New User over here. And I'm going to right click somewhere on the page here, and I'm going to do View Page Source. And what I want to do is I want to look at the Bootstrap CSS. But because what I'm going to do requires me to be able to actually read it, we don't want to look at the minified version. So I'll show you a trick here if you don't already know how to do this. If we go ahead and click on this, it's going to open up the Bootstrap CSS. And if you haven't seen what a minimized CSS file looks like, well, here you go. It's pretty much not legible at all. So what we can do is actually just take off the min here, or .min, and just go ahead and load bootstrap.css. So now we can see it in a much more legible form. Now what I want to do now is a find. So I'm going to do Control F, and I'm going to search for that class that we were using, BG. See, there's a start. That class doesn't seem to exist in here. So let's back up a bit. Let's try success. Okay, so the text success works, but for some reason BG is not included in there. I don't know why I thought of that, but that's the only explanation, was the class or the rule just simply didn't exist. So okay, so rather than repair Bootstrap, I'm not really sure why that class doesn't exist. What I have figured out is that there's actually a component that better suits what we're doing anyway. So let's click over on Get Bootstrap, click on Components, and over here on the right we have these alerts. Here you go. This is actually what we're looking to do anyway, and I like it because it actually has the text that matches the color, whereas the other one just had black text. So assuming that this class actually exists, let's go ahead and use this format. So we need to have alert as the class, and then alert dash whatever type we want, and we're going to do warning and danger. So really quick, let's hop into Aptana and let's go to queries, and we'll go ahead and do this on users first just to test it. So before this BG success, let's type in alert, and then rather than retype this whole thing, let's just change BG to alert. And we can really just copy both alerts here and save some time by highlighting BG and pasting it in here. And let's go ahead and do that up here in Pages as well. So highlight BG, BG, and paste, save. Let's go test it out. And we'll click on Users, first name, Jane Doe. Jane@doe.com. Let's go ahead and make her active. Password is password. Spell it right. Spell it right both times. And let's see if we get a green success message. Awesome. That's what we're looking for. So now let's screw it up. Let's go ahead and test to see if it will stop us from inserting a new user if we don't set a password. So first name, Bill, last name Smith, email address bill@smith.com, and we'll try and save it. Bad news bears. Alright, so we didn't even get a query. And that means the query didn't actually even attempt to run. So let's take a look at our queries.php. Scroll down to our users case. And that is because we make sure that verify equals true before we actually fire off the query. So let's move this if statement to the R. So we're not going to run the query. Make sure you get this closing bracket too. So we're not going to run the query at all if verify is not equal to true. Actually, that won't work the way I want it to. So let's go ahead and cut this whole if out along with the R equals. Let's paste that in the else here. Got a little goofy here. Let's format this. And normally I just run the R once to save redundancy. But in this case, let's go ahead and we'll run it up here as well in the update. So I'll save that because of the way we have this set up. If we did this outside of here, then we're going to have an issue if somebody doesn't put in a password when they're trying to edit. And we want them to be able to have the ability to not have to change their password. So we'll save that. Alright, so let's try it out again. Let's click on new user. We'll do John Smith. John@smith.com. Leave password and verify and complete. Save. There you go.